Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NURUL DURRAHTUL binti KHAIRUDDIN. My matrix number is SX212146 HMRHF04. Today I would like to review a Korean drama for my individual assignment for the course of Etika Professional. So for this particular individual assignment, I have chosen Vincenzo, a Korean drama, a 2021 South Korean television series starring Sung Joong-ki as a title character alongside Jun Yo-bin, Ok Tae-kyon, Kim Yo-jin and Kwak Dong-yeon. It is aired on TVN from February 20th, 2021 to May 2nd, 2021 for 20 episodes. Each episode was released on Netflix in South Korea and internationally after its televisional broadcast. So for the summary is, at the age of 8, Park Ju-young, his Korean name or Vincenzo, was adopted by an Italian family. He later joins the mafia and is adopted by Don Fabio, head of the Casano family. So now his name is Vincenzo Casano. Renamed as Vincenzo Casano, he became a lawyer, a consigliere for the mafia, and Don Fabio's right-hand man. After Fabio dies, Paolo, Fabio's biological son and the new leader of the Casano family, attempts to kill Vincenzo. He flees to Seoul and sets out to recover 1.5 tons of gold that he helped a recently dead Chinese tycoon secretly stash within the basement of the Gunga Plaza. However, a subsidiary of Babel Group has illegally taken ownership of the building, and Vincenzo must use his skills to reclaim the building and recover his fortunes. Among the quirky tenants of Gunga Plaza is the Jipuragi law firm run by Hong Yu-chan, in which Vincenzo finds he has aligned interests. At first, he comes into conflict with Hong Yu-chan's daughter, Hong Chae-young, an attorney for a rival firm. But after her father's death, she takes over the practice and joins forces with Vincenzo and the other tenants to fight Babel Group. In episode 1, Vincenzo is the adopted son of Fabio, the Don of Casano family. He is trusted by his adoptive father and in turn hated by his adopted brother, Paolo. When Fabio dies, Vincenzo takes it upon himself to execute his last word and sets fire to the vineyard of a rival family mafia head. Paolo tries to assassinate Vincenzo and fails. Vincenzo warns Paolo by blowing up his car and leaves Italy for Korea. In Korea, Gunga Plaza is the last standing residential commercial building that is not acquired by the Babel Group. The owner, Mr. Cho, is the right-hand man of Vincenzo. Years ago, Vincenzo and Mr. Cho helped a Chinese tycoon to hide 1.5 tons of illegal gold under the plaza. Now the tycoon is dead and the gold can only be retrieved by demolishing the structure. In the meantime, righteous lawyer Hong Yu-chan represents innocent drug testers in a lawsuit against Babel Pharmaceuticals. Hong Chae-young, his daughter, is the defendant's lawyer from the Woo-sang law firm. She bribes a key witness and wins the case. In episode 2, as Babel Group acquired Gunga Plaza forcefully by threatening Mr. Cho in order to demolish the building and build Babel Tower, tenants are forced to leave the building. Vincenzo promises Hong Yu-chan that he'll get the building back. Hong doubts him at first but later joins hand with him to save the building. Han Sung-hyuk recruits Choi Myung-hee into Woo-sang. One of the researchers at Babel's Pharmaceuticals runs away and contacts Hong Yu-chan to reveal the truth about Babel's drug development. Ant Company sets a date to start the demolition of the plaza. Hong Chae-young rushes to the plaza as her father doesn't move out of the building on the day of demolition. In episode 3, Vincenzo throws a large-scale party at Gunga Plaza on the very day of demolition, even with the presence of Italian ambassador. making it impossible to start the demolition. Tenants of the plaza starts to have trust in Vincenzo. An Gisok start working at Chef Toto's to spy on Vincenzo. Hong Chayong tries her best to find the runaway researcher before he blows the whistle. But he reveals Hong Yu-chan that Babel's new drug, RDU-90, is not a painkiller, but a narcotic drug, and that the test subjects have died during its experiments. Vincenzo managed to halt the demolition for 2 months by blackmailing the manager of Babel's investment and development team. Hong Yu-chan tries to convince Chayong that Babel is developing a narcotic drug, but she doesn't believe him. Employees of Babel's drug development division are killed in a gas explosion done by Jang Han-so. In order to prevent the truth about Babel's new drug coming to light, Choi Myun-hee enforces kills the runaway researcher and runs a truck over Hong Yu-chan when he is having a drink with Vincenzo at a street corner bar. In episode 4, Hong Chayong arrives at the bar and spots Hong Yu-chan lying dead on the ground. Unconscious Vincenzo is rushed to the hospital. While reporting Hong Yu-chan's death, media accuses him for violating our Attorneys at Law Act. Yu-chan's past clients mourn his death and leave flowers the outside of the Jipuragi office in note of gratitude. Vincenzo wakes up. Chayong resigns from the Woo-sang law firm suspecting them for the death of her father. She decides to reopen Jipuragi law firm. Jang Han-so finds a pillow drenched in red with dozens of needles sticking out of it on his bed. Han Sung-hyuk and Myun-hee reports Han-so that there is a suspect. Hong Chayong and Han-so orders to put her behind the bars. Chayong is arrested. Later, Vincenzo gets her released by providing a CCTV footage as her alibi. Chayong suggests Vincenzo that she can help him get Gumga Plaza back. They decide to work together against Bubble and Woo-sang. They capture Myun-hee's enforcers who are responsible for Hong Yu-chan's death and set fire on Bubble Pharmaceuticals warehouse. Finally, in episode 5, the real antagonist of this drama appeared. So the real boss is Han-so's Hyung-nim, which is revealed to be the Woo-sang intern, Jang Jun-woo. So the intern is actually work under Hong Chayong. So Chayong and Vincenzo decide to target Bubble Chemicals as their next step. Vincenzo meets Han-so at gym and figures out he is not the real boss of Bubble. After having a brief conversation with him, Myun-hee feels fishy about Vincenzo and visits Jipuragi law firm to check him out in person. Han Sung-hyuk reluctantly promotes Jang Jun-woo to a partner of Woo-sang by Han-so's orders. Chayong and Vincenzo study lawsuit filed by employees of Bubble Chemicals who have been exposed to harmful chemical called BLSD and get diagnosed with leukemia. Lawyer of victims is working for Woo-sang and convince the victims to settle. Chayong and Vincenzo try to persuade the victims to fight against Bubble instead of settling, but they believe they can never win against Bubble. Mang Chae-sin's friends who work at Bubble Chemicals also gets hospitalized due to BLSD. After successfully persuading the victims, Jipuragi takes on the lawsuit and Chayong and Vincenzo attends the court as the representative of the victims while Myun-hee, Sung-hyuk and Jun-woo represents Bubble Chemicals. How this drama could relate to the professional ethics. So in earlier, I have mentioned that Hong Chayong will do anything, including bribing the key witness in order for her to win the case. So this is one of the many factors that show that Hong Chayong doesn't really care about professional ethics in terms of winning of the case and proving herself. It also shows that Vincenzo, as a mafia and also a lawyer, he basically feels like he can do anything regardless the law, including killing and also doing all the crimes, as long as his goals and his targets can be achieved. It also shows how Choi Myung-hee, the prosecutor turns the partner of Woo-sang law firm, will do anything in terms for her to win the particular match, or to win the particular fights. Okay, so besides that, Vincenzo also works with various kind of crime, various kind of people, in terms of for him to actually acquire an illegal gold. By the end of the drama, he actually managed to obtain the goals, and it's actually a very understatement in terms of what going on uh, in the Vincenzo drama. So so in the end of the drama, in the episode 20s, Vincenzo managed to kill two main antagonists of the drama for him to win Babel Group. It shows how, despite the goodness within her own heart, he actually doesn't really care about the price of life of another people. So it is a very good drama for me to suggest to everyone to watch. Despite the plot, despite the mentions, a lot of mentions of violence and the mafia works, it's also very important for us to understand how badly people in the corporate world practice professional ethics for them to achieve their own targets and goal. Thank you so much. Bye.